Over on the Fighter and the Kids subreddit, one of the dads on Brendan Schaub's son's baseball team decided to expose Schaub. So I'm going to read this to give you my thoughts. This from Memorabilia Network. Long story short, I'm a baseball dad. My son was on the 9U team here in Calabasas with Brendan's son. In no way will I make this post about his son, but more about how big of a jack off the poor kid's dad was in the community. I'll give you a little inside baseball, pun intended. Just get to the story, dude. All right, first things first. All of the dads on the team send Reddit links to each other all of the time. Of course they do. We laugh hysterically at them. We would have a designated number at each game. That number would be the line on how many times Joe Rogan's name would get dropped by Brendan. He couldn't go an entire game or an event that he would always invite himself and his wife to. When we found out he was moving to Austin, we joked how long it would be until a restraining order would be filed. His obsession with him is unreal. He told us over and over that he and Rogan were best friends and also said nobody has ever been on his podcast more than him. He also told us he needed to move to a community where he was around more conservative people like him, but he moved to a super liberal city. Haha. Oh, and my favorite story to share, and this tells you all you needed to know. When I put the order in for jerseys, he gave me his number preference first before even giving his son's. I explained to him that we let the kids pick their numbers first. Instead of just saying that he agreed and understood, the first thing he did was ask if I knew if any of the boys wear 66. I told him I wasn't sure that numbers change a lot with kids, and he looked at me with all sincerity and said, "That's Daddy's number." Ew. Now all the parents still say, "That's Daddy's number." Oh my God. To each other all the time. It was so cringy. And lastly, don't let his words fool you about how busy he is with traveling ball. On multiple occasions during practice, he would just sit in his truck on his phone. Then come game time, he would be the first parent in the dugout. His wife in there with him taking photos. Anything for the gram, right? Anyways, just thought I'd share some funny moments from America's dad. That's Daddy's number. How is it possible he gets worse and effing worse with each passing? Dude, all right. So, first and foremost, we know that this is 100% real. And the reason why we know that is because all of the leaked footage. You have to remember, it wasn't just Schaub getting thrown out of his son's baseball game. We also had leaked footage of Schaub at practice. And they edited that footage of Schaub at the Suns practice to show all the worst things Schaub was doing. So Schaub, in real life, is hated by all the other parents on that baseball team because they recorded the footage, edited it, and then uploaded it to the Fighter and the Kids subreddit. So that's how we know this is 100% true. So Schaub sits in his truck on his phone until game time. Probably looking for the baddies. Let's keep it real. Trying to get some addies and baddies in the truck. B on the phone. And he talks about Rogan all the time. Of course he does. This is the thing I've said. He throws around Rogan's name so much. And this is just to like baseball dads and stuff at the local Calabasas Little League team. Imagine what he does to try and get in restaurants. Or imagine what he does to try and get like a gig somewhere. I'm Joe Rogan's best friend. He actually said to these people he's been on the podcast the most out of any other guest, which is true, but you don't say that to just regular people. But this is how much of a douche this guy is in real life. You have people like this, other dads on the baseball team, coming forward to trash him on a subreddit. Normal people, the vast majority of them, have no idea what subreddit is and have no idea how to use it. But this man so united the people around him in hate of him that they came together and edited footage of him looking bad at his son's baseball practice, then uploaded footage of him getting thrown out of a game and put it on Reddit. And now this guy's coming forward to expose Schaub. That's how hated he is. That's what a terrible person he is. I mean, I have my faults. Other people have their faults. But have you seen this level of people around somebody have to just come forward and expose them? And a relative nobody, relatively speaking. I mean, there's actual celebrities that you don't see this. You don't see, as much bad stuff that's been said about Alec Baldwin. There isn't footage of him looking bad at one of his kids' baseball practices. Because I'm sure that in real life, Alec Baldwin is probably like a nice guy amongst other regular people. You don't see this about even people who we hate in the Rogan sphere. Like Bert Kreischer. As much of a douche as Bert Kreischer is, I don't see Bert Kreischer got daughters. The other parents at one of his daughter's recitals or something aren't uploading footage or going on Reddit saying Bert was really a piece of crap in real life and blah, blah, blah. So that just shows how much of a douche Schaub is, how much of an asshole he is in real life. That the civilians, the normies, the poors, as Segura would put it, so hate him to this degree. I'm astonished by how much someone can be hated in real life. I cover people and stuff. I assume in real life, though, they're not that douchey. Opie's a douche, but I would assume in real life, he's not that douchey. I would assume, Kumi in real life. I mean, we got some videos, where's my gun? but you know what I'm saying. But the people around them aren't trying to expose them for the douchiness, except for Kumi and Danny Go Lightly, but that's a whole nother thing. But that was just like an incident. This is regular people in the vicinity around Schaub who hate him to such a degree that, so the fighter and the kid subreddit might be organic. It might just be 100,000 real people who just don't like Schaub and went and joined the Reddit, not even like internet people. I don't know, B, what are we doing here, Baba? But I really want to get your thoughts. So let me know your thoughts in the comments.